When was the last time you used your Pythagoras theorem? When was the last time you differentiate or integrate a formula? When was the last time you used a periodic table from chemistry? I don't remember the last time I used it. But there's one thing I wish the school taught me when I was really young that would make a difference in my career, my investment, my life. This lesson that I'm trying to share with you, that I'll teach my kids now, it's about why you must invest early. Because it makes a huge difference if you invest early part of your life. Let me tell you a story. It's easier to portray it with a story. Let's say we got two guys, Dan and Joe. Dan and Joe are two good friends. So Joe starts investing at the age of 21. Every single year he put $3,000 in his account for savings. He can go to index or a particular fund that he likes or a particular share that he likes. But every year Joe will make a personal discipline statement to save that $3,000. Joe starts saving every year. $3,000 when he's 21, 22, 23. He saves up to 30. Between 21 and 30, he saves about $30,000. And his balance, let's assume that he's got about 6, 7, 8% growth. But at age 30, he'll make about $52,000. Not too bad, eh? Not too shabby. But then Joe knows that he's got starting a family, so he stops investing. But he keeps his money in there. He keeps the dividend to reinvest itself, dividend reinvestment to compound that money. What's going to happen? So he just keeps in. Joe just keeps it in there. Even though he's got pay rise, but he's got other commitments. He's got a house to buy. He's got business to set up. Life goes on, but he keeps his investment in there. And by the time Joe's hit 40, from 30 he had 52. When he hit 40, Joe would have 136,000, assuming that everything goes well, okay? 136 from dividend reinvestment and compounding interest. When Joe hits 50, you bet 353. 353. And when Joe hits 55, his retirement age, 570,000. And do you remember that I said Joe only invested from 21 to 30? Only 30 grand that he put in. But after 31 onwards, he never put in a single penny. He just left his money in there like a retirement pot. Joe had 570. Simple as that. But on the other hand, his other friend Dan, when he was 30, Dan said, "Oh, you've made lots of money. I'm going to start investing as well. I started a bit late. I've been traveling the world, not saving my money, buying new clothes every day, changing new cars every 3 years. So I'm going to catch up as well. I'm going to start investing." So Dan put 3 grand every year until when he was 31, up till he was 55. Every year he'll be putting in money. 31, Dan put in 3 grand, and up to 55. When he hit 55, he invested about £75,000 because he's been putting every year from 31 to 55. And all Dan got was £324,000 in total. Assuming they were investing the same shares, the same fund, he was only getting 324. Joe, on the other hand, was getting 570. I mentioned it earlier. But Dan was getting 324. That's a huge difference. And Dan put even more money in investment. That just sums up the power of compounding interest, the power of investing early. All Joe did was just invest the first 10 years, worked hard, saved the money, and enjoy it later life. But Dan has been pumping, he's been saving, he's working multiple jobs just to keep up with 3 grand every year. See the power? 370 for Joe versus Dan, who's only got £324,000. Huge difference, almost double. So back to the question of why I need to tell my kids this. I've already set up savings, stocks and shares saving for my son since the day he was born. Saving. By the time they hit 7 to 10, I'm going to sales, work part-time, you can sell stuff online or save money. Save Christmas money, save birthday money, try to invest. So imagine my kids start saving from 18, I'm going to give them some money to save from when they're young, and they continue the savings when they're 18 onwards. Imagine them doing that. What if I put 3 grand every year since he was 1? And by the time my son Oscar, when he hits 18, he put 3 grand, he will just continue. Imagine how much he will make. When Oscar turns 31, he would have £570,000 in his bank at age 30. He could retire and do his own stuff, travel the world, not spend the money. But at least he doesn't have to worry about money in the bank. He could use that towards his mortgage or something. So why must you invest early? It's the power of compounding. It's the power of growth. It's the power of yield. The sooner you do it, the sooner you get time behind you. That's really important. That's what the school should be teaching us. If I knew this when I was 18, 19, 21, I'll be working multiple jobs. I'll be saving money as soon as possible, investing, and not even bother buying PlayStation, not even bother trying to get a new car when I was 26. Why do that? I learned this when I was 35, a bit too late. So if you're listening to it, if you're in the same state as me, make sure you teach this to someone younger, and so they do not have to face what we have faced. We're a bit late, but not ever too late. We still can do it, but we just have to put in more capital. It's easier when you start young. It's like swimming. Alright, so this is for me today. This is for the podcast. This is for the video log. This is for the lessons learned. And I hope you enjoy this. Speak to you soon. Bye.